Hi guys, I know a little bit later than usual, but Bitcoin is moving right now here to the downside. Regardless, I believe that we are on the way to hit a new all-time high, and this move is exactly what I mean, that the move into the all-time high will come kind of under the radar. So you should definitely make sure to watch this episode, that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, also activate the bell so you will not miss out on these really important updates. And now let me correct my camera here a little bit. And now let's get into it. I'm gonna start off here again with our 1 hourly chart. And here on the 1 hourly chart, we see that Bitcoin ran into this resistance that you guys know I have this here for a really long time already up here. So I was not surprised that we stepped into it, that we got immediately rejected from there, came up here a little bit, and now see here a smaller correction to the downside. But this is absolutely fine because the indicators are still telling me that, so even though we got here a rejection from this resistance area up here, I believe that we are going to see here another attempt later today, potentially when the numbers of the ETF inflows and outflows are coming out again. And I guess there will be again a positive here. So you see Bitcoin can here on the 1 hourly chart move all the way down to like $68,700. Here's also an imbalance in this candle where most likely will get closed. And that is basically in alignment with 50% of the candle where normally you take a position from. So it would make sense if we come down here, test this, bounce back up, test this level again, and potentially break it then here to the upside. There is another scenario that I'm going to show you in a little bit, what could technically happen, and that will be this will be like, as a trader, one of the best days so far for trading, if you will be able to catch that. And I'm gonna show it to you. And I hope you will be not too late again when the video comes out. So here on the 4 hourly chart, first of all, I want to congratulate everybody that took the trade that I had given a couple days ago. So we smashed the target here. We went even higher than that. Remember guys, I told you, if we move higher, raise your stop loss. And you saw this was a really strong candle. So most of you guys should have been still in the trade. But also here, most likely here on the way down, you will get stopped out in my opinion, because this can go down quite a bit, and I'm going to show you in a moment how low we can actually go before Bitcoin will turn around and make a new all-time high here. We are sitting here right now at $69,200 as a support. We bounced slightly off of this here for now, but we have over 1 hour left. So I expect that we are going to see here a little bit further of a retrace. But it should not go much lower than here, $65,000. So I know, guys, it is quite a steep move to the downside. But like I said, I'm going to show you in a second why I believe that we are potentially going there today, but then come straight back up and potentially go then even higher, you know, than we were already today. Otherwise, if this specific thing is not happening today and Bitcoin can find its foothold here, then somewhere between 68,300 and 69,200 would be an area of interest for me where I would like to long Bitcoin from over the next couple hours. But I will wait for this 4 hourly close here right now to actually do that. And I will have a tight stop loss. So my stop loss will be $400 below my entry price, no matter where in the box the price will go to. So of course, if we see the price rushing through this directly to the downside, we're not entering at all. But if I see on the 15 minutes some consolidation happening here in that range, then I'm gonna enter this. And like I said, wherever you enter here in this box, $400 below will be my stop loss. So if you enter at 69,200, at 68,800 will be my stop loss, so which will be technically here still within the box. But I want to have a tight stop loss just in case that one thing that I'm going to show you on the next chart will actually be playing out here. Otherwise, the big resistance remains here around $73,000, $74,000. Once we are breaking that, we are off to a new all-time high, and I believe that will definitely be happening this week at some point, you know. So we are just a couple of days away, and like I said, nobody is counting on this right now because I'm going to show it to you. We have a massive CME gap. So I see a lot of people calling for that we are closing maximum by tomorrow, that CME gap here. So, but what a lot of people forget is that in a bull run, these CME gaps can be left behind and will get closed at a way later stage. So my thesis is here right now, if we are not closing it by tomorrow after the daily close, so which will be technically then, if we have not filled the CME gap at that point and the price action, and also let it put it this way, the price action is not somewhere around here, so really close to fill it, and then we basically fill it closer to the weekend, and the price action remains to stay closer to $70,000 by tomorrow's candle close, then it is highly unlikely that we will come back down to fill this gap in the imminent short term. So if we fill it in the short term, great. From there, we will continue to go upwards, because also here indicators are indicating that we should continue shortly back to the upside here. So, and this is a big trading opportunity, guys. So not because you can short us to the downside, I will not try to do this, but because here, from this area here, you want to take your next long position on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and many other coins. That is from where you want to take these long positions here. So I will put multiple orders in, limit orders for Bitcoin in this range here, from 66,300 to 64,200 on BYBIT. It will be 4 orders, each 25%. And then I hope I get all of them filled before we bounce back up and continue higher, and that will be a mega trade, guys, once that is happening. So I really hope it's happening. But yeah, if it's not happening, then that's also fine for me, and I will take the other trade. And also, if I lose the other trade that I just mentioned here in that area, if I get stopped out, it's fine, because this one is then coming. I take up here a small risk to make way more money down here, and that's absolutely fine. So the only question is right now, will we go first down and then up, or will we just continue to go up here? So, and for that, we need to have a look on the liquidation levels. So we have some over leveraged longs here, around 68 and $67,800. But I think once they are cleared out, that from there we're going to bounce. And the reason for that is that we did not have a proper retest here of the upper range since we broke out of that range. So we should get that retest. But I believe from there we are turning around and start to go higher again. And that is what I believe right now, what's going to happen. But just in case that we go and fill the CME gap, I want to be prepared for that. That's why I put my limit orders down there. Highest amount of liquidity is still sitting here above us and is still closer to us than all the liquidity stacked down here. Again, I'm not saying that we cannot go and take out all these over leveraged positions here. So because they're basically stacked where the CME gap is, but I'm not expecting it for the time being. When we're going here to the weekly chart, to the liquidation levels, we have cleaned a lot here already to the upside. So maybe on the monthly we have to have a look if there's still something left. Yeah, so you see here still this big block that can be taken out in short liquidations, around $74,000. And remember, guys, I told you that if we get over 68, we get a short squeeze to like 71, 72. That's what we got. And now we need to come back up here and then take out this level. Because if we don't take out this level down here, these long liquidations is the next gravity point for the Bitcoin price. But again, for the time being, direction is still to the upside here to 74 and potentially higher. We just need to wait the next 5 hours-ish to get a clearer picture about that. So now let's have a look here on Bitcoin again. Yeah, it's kind of bouncing around here with the $70,000 level. Not really concerned for the time being. And like I said, so actually this is now also support. So you see here, we have here our short-term support areas. The only resistance area is the one here above us. If you want to play it safe, really safe, then you wait for a reclaim of Monday high here at $71,300 before you enter a position. And the daily open will become your stop loss. And then you trade this into a new all-time high. So I believe the new all-time high target, let me show it to you guys, because I could not believe it when I looked at it for myself. So take here the prior high to the prior low. See here $78,700 approximately is the next golden ratio target here to the upside, and the next one is already $90,000. So I'm not really convinced that we are going to reach in the next move into an all-time high, $98,000, but close to $80,000. That is definitely something that I can imagine that we are going to see here. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade anywhere, these trade codes that I give you absolutely for free and are highly profitable, as you can see, go to BYBIT. You still get $30,000 if you use my specific link. And otherwise, I recommend you to follow my strategy on Margex. It's called AMCrypto altcoins. I'm degening altcoin trades on Margex, where you basically just put money into the strategy and the strategy execute trades as I place them. And if you can, for some weird reason, not use BYBIT, use BITGET or Phemex. They're equally good. I still like both exchanges. Also, Phemex is doing a lot more work right now in the space. I see all of that, you know, so make use of these links down below here. And if you just want traditional copy trading, then go here to FAIRDESK. There you still get $120,000 in bonuses for depositing some money on there. But again, this is all negotiated with the platforms just for you guys, with the links under my video and in the description of each video, guys. Go here to the Bitcoin dominance. So the Bitcoin dominance is trying to break here out to the upside right now. I'm not really surprised about that, because remember, guys, I told you that when Bitcoin goes up, that the dominance will also then most likely come back up here. But you see the dominance is struggling to break above that downward sloping trend line. And this is what we want to watch. You know, we don't want the dominance to break above that and close above that. That's more important, that we're not closing above it. And from here, see tomorrow a big red candle to the downside. And that would be then an evening star pattern. And that would be amazing to see here on the Bitcoin dominance chart, because this would signal a reversal to the downside, where we most likely then break here all these other key levels and go to under 53 and 52%. With Ethereum, Ethereum is also having here a small retracement because of Bitcoin, of course. So we have here now our W shape, and the Monday high, funny enough, kinda, is the neckline of it. So technically here would be the neckline. So we put it up here at $3,648. So I don't want to take all the way down the wick that is there, to keep it a little bit more conservative. So here we have a technical target. If we are able to break above $3,648 or $4,144 to the upside, so that would be a new yearly high, higher than the previous one that we had. And I can tell you, once we are clearing this, we will go really quick to $4,300 and potentially $5,000 in a matter of 2 weeks once we are up here, in my opinion. So, but for now, we need to reclaim that level to actually see this happening. If Bitcoin goes down and fills the CME gap, expect that Ethereum goes back to $3,400, finds their support, bounces back up. So otherwise, the level that we are sitting on is giving support right now, $3,560. As long as we can hold this, I also expect that Ethereum will continue to move here to the upside. And also here on this 12-hourly chart, it looks similar, quite similar to the 4-hourly chart. Here you see also a really beautiful W pattern right now. So only the next candle needs to break to the upside. And that coincides also with what the indicators are showing, that indicators will cool down over the next 5 to 12 hours, 9 hours, 5 to 9 hours. And then the next candle should push us to the upside a little bit. I don't have to see necessary Ethereum breaking here directly into this resistance. For me, it's enough if we break over $3,800 and go a little bit sideways here for like a day or two before we make another leg to the upside. So because that would be technically then here on a higher time frame, a V-shaped recovery, and that is a really strong recovery followed by an explosive move to the upside. Now I want to give you some other altcoins that we can trade. One of them is AVAX. So look here on the daily chart, how beautiful. The MACD is about to cross bullish. So now we have here a small correction because of Bitcoin. That's why we are not lighter red here anymore, but this might change later. The stochastic is pointing to the upside. The RSI might turn around here and also point to the upside like it did earlier. Here remains now a buy area, which was before resistance. So here between $50 and $56 is a good place to accumulate, especially on spot. So if you are looking for building a spot position on AVAX, that is the moment to do it. Also here, up here, is still a good moment to get into it. I went in here at $58.20-ish on a leverage position, but I only took a small position because I wanted to see how we are closing here today. Because on the lower time frames, we're not looking as good as we are looking here on the daily. That's why I was basically waiting a little bit before I put more money into this trade. But the targets remain the same here, $100. So that gives you almost a 100% move from where we are. So you can see here, this is like a 74-ish% move to the upside to $98. So, and I will keep my long position open until we hit this target. So I'm not planning to close my AVAX position anytime soon on the way up here. The same goes for Solana. On the daily, we are looking really, really good here. So here we have two lighter red candles. We have the RSI pointing to the upside, the stochastic also pointing to the upside. The only thing that I would like to see from Solana is to close at like $194 to open a new Solana position and to trade this to $260 and potentially into a new all-time high of $354. So again here, if you trade this on spot, that could be more than enough for you guys. That is also a nice 83% move to the upside. So now imagine if you put leverage on that like I do, that could be 830% of 1,600%. ZRX is another one that I'm watching again because we're also on the daily. More or less, again, same thing like with all these other coins that I've just shown you. Oh, sorry, here actually the MACD was the one. So here the MACD today should actually get close to a cross. Again, stochastic pointing to the upside, RSI pointing to the upside. Price action needs to reclaim $1.12 if you are not in it yet. $1.12 is the level where you want to long it from if you're not already in a position. And I want to trade this then to like $1.40 potentially here to the upside. So I'm still having some ZRX positions open. I got stopped out of 2 or 3. So, but I have still 2, 3, I think I have still 4 running of them. So 3 got stopped out and 3 or 4 are still running. So, and I want to keep holding the ones that are still running here. Again, if we would come down here a little bit more, because let's say Bitcoin takes another shit, then around the daily open, around $1 would be the next level where I would be looking for a long. And then the target remains the same, $1.44. Also Injective looking really, really good here. On the lower time frames, not so much compared to the daily. Here daily really strong stochastic RSI pointing to the upside. We stepped into that resistance area, got rejected for now from it. But over the next couple of days, I expect that we are going to break through this and move here back to like $50 and then here in direction of $76. Also this is like a 60% move, I think, from current prices. Oh no, it's actually higher. It's like it's a 90% move to the upside. So here, if you want to enter this, wait until we break $43.50 and we are above that resistance area, and then you long this to $76 or buy a spot back. And if we for some reason come back down to $37, that is then the other level from where you want to long that. So if we get $37 to $76 is over 100%. So that is also definitely something that you want to check out. Guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this really quick one today. Please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.